Awesome Rider review.
Hey YouTube, Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for the Power Rangers Beast Morphers Deluxe Beast X-King Morpher. This is going to be from Beast Morphers Season 2, used somehow in conjunction with their power-up. As of this recording, because it's very early before Season 2 happens, we don't know exactly how it's going to be used. Like on the box here, you have the cool box art like we usually get, and you can see the Beast X mode or the Powered Custom mode using this on the same hand that they would normally use the Morpher. I kind of checked that, I'm like, oh, it's the other hand, but it's not. And then there's also a cool drawing of the Megazord there. That's the Ultrazord combination where they basically use the lion instead, or the Beast X-King as opposed to red. So there's that, and then there's this kid that's like way too excited about it on the back as usual. But it's just kind of interesting because we know from Go Busters that they have the sunglasses attachment on the Morpher usually, and I imagine that will make an appearance in Beast Morphers just because of the footage. So this will probably be used as some sort of way of communicating with the Zord, given that it's based off of that Zord, or something. We're not exactly sure yet. I don't think it's going to be a full other power-up. I could be wrong, only because I feel like they would feature that on the box if that was the case. But anyway, so you have the Morpher here, and it actually is more of a traditional wrist Morpher. You have this kind of just cloth strap here. It's a little bit thin, but you kind of got that classic Velcro. This is Velcro, guys. But Velcro, kind of like the old Saban ones where it was like a plasticky thing, and then you have the Velcro here, but instead it's just kind of it's a very... Flimsy is not the right word because it's cloth, but it's a very light cloth, so it's kind of weirdly, like, well, light for this kind of heavy Morpher. And then it's kind of like, it feels almost as if it's an Power Ranger Dino Thunder 1 in reverse. Like, it's kind of got that thing where it's like, oh, it's a face, but it's facing this way. But I kind of dig it, though. It's not my absolute favorite thing in the world, but I do kind of like it, and I like having US creations. I always think that's really cool, so I have a soft spot for them. But I think it looks pretty good. You know, it looks like a toy. It's nothing really like, oh my god, this is an amazing collector's item or anything. But it's pretty solid. The blue looks good. The yellow looks good. I think the design's overall cool, and like again, I like the idea just behind it existing in general. You can see there, that's where the key is going to go. Speaking of, it does include a morph-x key, and there really is, I mean, no real big difference between this and regular ones. It does work in the regular Morpher, which I'll show off here in a second, but you got like the face design here. This almost looks more like a camel or like a weird dinosaur compared to actually a lion, but it pops out a key just like normal that works with this, and then I'll show it in this Morpher really quick just to get that out of the way. So put it in here.
Defenders of the grid! It's morphin' time! Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Are you ready? Say it's morphin' time!
It's Torfin Mime. Okay, so yeah, pretty much par for the course. Nothing too hugely special or different. You know, it's not like we're getting a hugely new class of keys. It does stand out a little bit by having a little bit bigger of a head than usual and stuff like that, but it's not like we're getting Gimmick 2.0. It pretty much is in line with what we've already gotten. Okay, so now for the sounds, you have off mode, which most exciting mode is the one I have on right now, and then this mode, which is try me, where you can just kind of press this and then move it around a little bit and get some of the noises, but then you have the full-on mode. So you get those noises here, and so we have some noises before we do this, so.
Go Power Rangers!
That's from the theme.
Rangers, it's go
That's
time!
our generic nasally hero.
Rangers, power up!
I think that's supposed to be Devin.
Let's go! Go Power Rangers! It's morphin' time!
I think that's supposed to be Devin too. I can't tell whether it's a sound alike or if it's just literally a soundbite from the show because it sounds kind of muffled.
Let's go! Rangers, it's go time! Go Power Rangers!
So it kind of just randomly goes
Power up!
with some of these. And then you get these actions, just like the other one. So you get that going on, and then we get some exciting sounds when we place this in.
It's morphin' time! Activate Beast X mode!
So that's a cool new voice, which I presume is associated with the new Zord, which is really cool. I hope it has that voice or something similar in the show. And now when you press this button,
Defenders of the grid! It's morphin' time!
it almost sounds like Robo Devin.
Activate Beast X mode! Defenders of the grid! Deploy Beast King Sword! It's morphin' time! Defenders of the grid!
So basically when you have it in its regular mode, it cycles through those regular noises, and then this one cycles through
Activate Beast X
these Beast X-King voices. And then
Activate Beast X mode.
it already is.
Virus eliminated.
That's as far as I can get it to go. Like when I do the slashing motions, it'll say the Beast X mode thing and then the virus eliminated, and then I've gone for a while and I've never heard it be able to do anything else. Maybe I'm wrong, but like it wouldn't do anything else for me, so it just does those two. And then if you take this out,
Rangers, power up. Let's go. It's morphin' time. Let's go.
you get back to these ones.
Rangers, power up. Let's go. Rangers, it's go time. Go Power Rangers.
And then you can do this again, which is the same. And then real quickly, I'm gonna do this one more time.
It's morphin' time.
And you might, oh,
Beast X mode.
sorry guy. You might have noticed that that jingle, the Go-Go Power Rangers tune, is actually one of the remix variations they use in the show, which I think is really cool. You know, I could go on a whole, ramble about them just reusing MMPR music all the time, but I do think it's cool that they are using actual music from the show in this, whether it's the Go-Go Power Rangers part from the theme song or that instrumental version, which often happens when they morph. I think that's really a neat touch, especially since now we've seen the show, so that's pretty cool. Also, really quickly before I forget, two things. One, if you leave it alone for 30 seconds, it will make kind of a like, I'm going into sleep mode noise like a lot of toys. And before I forget it, let me really quickly compare it right here to the Japanese version. So there it is, the Japanese version. I know a lot of Sentai purists will still say this one is better, but I don't know, guys. That's pretty much it for this guy. It's a pretty basic morpher, but I kind of dig it. I wouldn't say it's one of the absolute best ones, and maybe it doesn't feel as feature-rich as the original one from Season 1. See, there's the standby noise. But I really do like the design. I always respect the creativity of US modes. It's not really perfect in the sounds, and it's kind of weird that it's like, I morphed into Beast X mode, then it's prompting me to morph into Beast X mode, so that's kind of weird. But I also kind of like that it's a regular morpher, and even though I think this one was a lot of fun, and especially I think kids will get a kick out of it, I do miss having like a regular morpher, so I like that it's just that, and it's not like, oh, you have to be interactive all the time. I still kind of wish that this one had just a regular morpher mode, so I appreciate it about that, and I do appreciate that they are including some sounds that are actually from the show, whether that's a Devin sound-alike or Devin himself. I could swear I heard one that was Ravi, but it might all be Devin. But regardless, I appreciate the attempt at having actual voices from the show, as well as actual musical cues from the show. It would have been nice to have like if it's Morphin' Time robot voice or something, rather than always the Go-Go or something. But still, I think it's a nice touch that adds a little bit more connective personality to the show, since now we've seen a first season. So overall, I would say, not a perfect morpher, but I do like it, and I think it's fun and worth checking out if you're interested in it. Anyway, that's about it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you get notifications from my videos. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out. And then it's prompting me to morph into beef stuff. Then it's prompting me to morph into beef. Then it's prompting me to morph into beef. Beef!